Here is my Remington 788 shonky upgrades and good upgrades review. The Remington 788 is famous for its accuracy. It was a cheap production rifle, cheaper than the 700, and is rumoured to be discontinued because it was outperforming the 700. Unlike the 700, it's got a very fat recoil lug. It's a one-piece Picatinny made by someone, EGW. The Remington 788 trigger is notoriously heavy and bad. It can be worked on, it can be turned into adjustable with the screwing of a hole and a grub screw in the right places. So on the internet, that's a Timney trigger there. This one has been bedded front and back, 40 pounds at the front, 25 pounds at the back. We have a possum hollow bore guide, 17 etched in, so you're not always wondering what's what. It doesn't eject cases because when there's a attachment above the action, the shells hit here and bounce back in. But if you take off the scope of that attachment, you find it does eject cases, which is handy if you're saving your cases. I think it was predominantly made for open sight, so it had that low comb. I put on a adjustable comb, drill 2 holes, bolt it on, make sure they stay tight or you'll lose them. I put some fox fur there to stop my headphones clanging in the dark. The most recent mod is the 4-end stabiliser to stop bilateral movement, wobble, more security. So that was milled flat and just screwed into temporarily, like glue later on. The bedding channel is of course free floated and Ester hold on the inside. The barrel is an aftermarket TSE 9 twist. It's performed superbly with 25 grain VMAX, like 1/4 inch groups at 200 yards, or 2-shot groups while zeroing last, and on 20 grain nozzlers. I'm not so sure what's happening there, but certainly adequate to 200 yards, 250 and usually at 280. The bolt, which is not here, is rear locking, so the locking lugs are there, 9 of them, not up there like a Remington 700, 2 lug. The bolt's known to have a very fast lock time, and it's been suggested that because it's rear locking, it self-centers at the front in the chamber. By quick lock time, I mean the time it takes the firing pin to hit the case. The bolts seem to come with 2 types of firing pins, round or flat. I don't know which one came first. I seem to prefer the round one. I've upgraded the spring to a heavier poundage from Wolf Springs, WOLFF I believe, but that's come at the cost of the spring snaking, so the spring's sort of touching the side of the bolt body, so apparently it increases lock time, but I don't know whether I've actually done myself any favours there by making that other possible, at the cost of that other possible interference. It was like a tub duo spring that didn't snake it better, and put in a detached stud there as a poor man's thumb rest. There we go, Remington 788. Good and shonky upgrades. I just wish I could get a 2-stage trigger like a Bixen Andy Taxport Pro for this. Oh, the magazines tend to rattle there, so I glued on some material on some of them. The glue came undone on the side of the magazine. Another one I put some silicone on the side just to stop the rattling, so when you're walking around it's not rattling. It's the plate metal floor plate. rear screw, front screw, and that little screw holds the plate there. That comes off separately. "26" TSE varmint profile, Remington varmint profile. There we go, Remington 788. It was a 222 action, so I could just change it over to the 17 rem action and use the same magazines. Purpose for foxing, to save the skins with the 17 rem and get a flat, long, maximum point blank range. Thank you.